Hey everybody, it's PDubs, and Glen's Retro Show dropped some bombshells this week for our home arcade community. That's right, his Multicade is coming soon. Okay guys, we are back, and I also have some exclusive new photos and details to give you regarding this upcoming Multicade. You know I love my Multicades, and sure enough, on Kicking It Old School just the other night, Glen's Retro Show and Steven were talking about Glen's upcoming Multicade project. That's right, the man himself who has released all kinds of controllers and accessories and modding parts for our precious home arcades over on the Thunderstick Studios website. All kinds of great stuff. By the way, big sale, 30% off the entire website, 50% off build-a-cades. Just I'll have this linked in the video description below, but take a look here, guys. All this stuff I've covered. That's right, guys. I have covered a lot of this stuff on my channel. Ever since I joined YouTube, I've covered dozens of GRS products. I've done reviews, installation tutorials, mods, because they're really, really good quality products. And one thing that always interested me was, why doesn't Glen just make his own arcade machine? It just kind of makes sense. It's the next logical step. He was a YouTuber, community member, community leader, Facebook group organizer, and now we have this GRS Multicade coming soon. Like, he's finally taken the leap, guys. He's taken the leap. So as we kind of dive in here, we did get some photos, and what's interesting is this is kind of what we're thinking. This is kind of what we know the render is going to look like for these Multicades. As you can see right here, this is what it's normally going to look like, guys. It's important to keep that in mind. This is what it's normally going to look like. There's going to be all kinds of options with this thing. It almost sounds like it's going to end up being a modular arcade system. Taking a peek here, you'll notice that there's this version as well. Well, why is there that version? Well, when we hop over to here, you'll notice that there is a separate hutch that will connect to this machine. This is something that Glen is hoping is going to be made by a third party, potentially 99 Lives Arcade or another third party, where they'll be able to add this optional hutch. So if you did want your Multicade to look more like, kind of like the more classic Nintendo-shaped arcades, you could do that, because once all the pieces fit together, that's what it's going to look like. But normally, this is what we're going to be seeing, and you'll notice up here we do have a dynamic LCD marquee. We got a 26-inch screen that does rotate. We'll go over all the details and stuff, but we got a really cool picture here of the actual control panel. And let me take myself off the screen here. You'll notice here we do have the Akari Warriors Super Joystick, which is awesome. So we got the Super Joystick on here. Hell, even the joystick has got a push-pull spinner function to it, which is nice. But there are two spinners, one on each side. You're going to have all your optional buttons up here for controlling the arcade, inserting quarters, all that stuff. 8 action buttons on for player 1 and probably player 2 as well. You got the GRS trackball. You got the GRS flight stick. You got another spinner there. So, like, a lot of stuff you need for playing on Multicades. Now, keep in mind, too, I wonder if, you know, some people might say, well, what if I want to play a 2-player game on this Multicade? Are we going to be able to take this off and put in the Super Joystick? Is this an option? Things like that. Those are some questions that need to be answered, and they will be answered, and I'll tell you when as we get more towards the end of the video. But taking a peek here, yeah, it does look like it's 8 buttons on each side. And keep in mind, these are just computer renders of the prototypes. We haven't seen the prototype yet. I'm hoping we'll see a prototype soon from Glen over at Glen's Retro Show. And obviously, he's going to be putting a coin door on here as well. Just a light-up coin door. Now, you might say to me, well, P-Dubs, what all is this going to include? What do we know so far? Here's what we know so far, guys. So taking a peek here, it is going to have a 26-inch 4:3 screen. It's going to be a rotating monitor. That's right. You can rotate it from horizontal to vertical position if desired, depending on, you know, if you want to play games in tape mode, etc. It will have a bit pixel marquee. That's right. Glen is partnering with Al Linky over at Pixelcade, and there will be a dynamic pixel marquee on here, whether it's an LED or an LCD. Unclear at this time. I'm assuming LED, but we'll see as time goes. We'll have a coin door. This machine will have built into it the GRS Viper SBC board. That's Glen's own board. You know, it's his own single board computer, much like a Raspberry Pi. His is powered by an Arcade 3566, and it will already be preloaded with the Arcade OS or operating system. So, which is a very fun and easy to use, and actually a very fast system that is optimized for rock chips, which is the rock chip that's going to be in here as well. So that's really, really cool in my opinion. But also taking a peek here, guys, it will have the Super Joystick. It will have his 4 8-way gate switchers automatically built in, so you'll probably control that with one of the buttons up here. Hey, I want to play Burger Time. I need a 4-way joystick, etc. The trackball, light-up trackball, 2 spinners, flight stick. Now, here's the important stuff. This is going to be crowd-funded. That's right, guys. So this is going to be something that Glen is going to try and partner with his partners at 99 Lives Arcade, who's looking at making modular control panels for this thing, Al Linky at Pixelcade, as well as our gaming community. It's going to be crowdfunded. I don't know what crowdfunding website Glen's going to use yet. And he's thinking about potentially putting this up as a the crowdfunding, it going up before the end of the year. That's right. The pre-orders or to sign up for this crowdfunded campaign would go up before the end of this year, and then the product would potentially be released by the end of first quarter 2025. So it might actually be here sooner than we think, depending on how the crowdfunding goes. Now, I know some people get panic about crowdfunding. The only thing I can tell you is, like, Glen has put a couple products on like Kickstarter before in the past, like his GRS Star Wars flight yoke, and those were all successfully funded. People received their products without any issues. So I think if this product goes up for any kind of crowdfunding, provided the goals are met, I'm pretty certain that Glen would go ahead and deliver this product to the gaming community and things like that. So it's interesting that we're going to have another Multicade option coming soon. I mean, next year, my whole background could change. I might have the Legends Ultimate 4K, the Polycade, the Unico Nova Blast, and Glen's Multicade all behind me in this camera shot. So it's pretty exciting to me about all the cool new Multicade options available for us, as well as potentially coming soon. I want to know your thoughts about this. What do you guys think about this? And this is actually, in my opinion, a competitor to AtGames, Unico, Polycade. This is not really a competitor to Arcade 1UP, who's making dedicated machines. I think what John and Media 1UP are working on, as well as potentially Basic Fun and New Wave Toys, those are going to be dedicated arcade machines that would actually kind of truly compete with what an Arcade 1UP product is. But when it comes to competing with other Multicade makers, this could get very interesting. Give me your thoughts, feedback, reactions below. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up on the way out. And as always, my dudes, thank you for subscribing.